Crypto market just experienced a significant setback. Some of those coins sold off 5, 10, sometimes even more percent. And so obviously a lot of people are wondering, what does this mean? Is the rally over? Was this just a bounce down and we're actually going to go back up? What are opportunities to invest in? We're going to discuss this with the reasons and much, much more. Hey and welcome to today's video. My name is Julian. I'm the CEO and co-founder here at the Cake Group. And we're making those videos to, on the one hand, update you a bit on the market, give you some nice opportunities, and then also going forward, and I'll tease that a bit at the end, maybe also with some alpha ideas, either by yourself or here on the platform, how you can really kind of leverage your returns. Obviously, we've had 8 incredible weeks in the general crypto markets. Especially Bitcoin and Ethereum did extremely well, fueled by the hopium around the ETF that could be coming in January for Bitcoin and then maybe shortly after for Ethereum. And then it was quite interesting to see right at the end of the 8th week's closing, we saw that massive sell-off. And so now people are wondering, well, was this it? Is this kind of it for the rest of the year? Are we going to go into Christmas with this kind of red kind of sentiment, or was this just a bit of a bounce? Well, first, on Friday already, I had predicted, and I had actually talked this a bit through, the unemployment numbers were a bit too bullish. And what I mean with this with too bullish was that they were actually quite constructive. Now, that means that the Fed may actually lower rates a bit later, only in Q2. And we have seen a bit of a shift where the entire market was expecting that this could already happen in Q1. Now, I think this tied with the inflation gauge that we're going to see tomorrow, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday with the actual Fed meeting, I think there's not much change actually in the numbers. So I don't think we're going to see a change of the interest rate. But what we're going to see, in my opinion, is Chairman Fed Powell coming out and saying, hey, I know that the market is really hoping for an earlier cut in interest rates, but it's going to get pushed out. We're going to stay course. We see higher for longer and so on. And I think a lot of the participants wanted to wait for that weekly close, a lot of options, a lot of futures. And then they kind of said, you know what? Let's take profits and go from there. At least a bit of what I hear in the markets, what I see, and I don't think that's too far-fetched. Personally, I don't think anything has changed with the entire scenario, though, for the next 4 to 6 to 8 weeks. I personally am bullish. I'm buying. I'm using those dips to get in. And now, obviously, a lot of people are asking, what should you be buying? Well, if you look at the sectors that have been doing extremely well, obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum, we have seen a significant sell-off, obviously, with DeFi chain, so you may want to buy the dip there. But if you then look at the altcoins that have rallied extremely, now also have corrected, a lot of this comes from the Gamefi area, a lot of it comes from the AI, from machine learning, cloud computing. So these would be the coins that you would want to get in, either the specific project, or you can also just buy into the base layers. For example, here on our platform, if you're an elite, you can look into the Innovators Bundle, a bundle that has done extremely well with these entire rallies. So this could definitely be a way how to position yourself around that. In general, I think those kind of, volatility in the market is just something that you have to expect. Now, also one thing I do want to mention, even though I'm not the most chart guy out there is a so-called CME gap in the daily chart under 40,000. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we are going to see actually a dip under the 40,000. That has nothing to do so much with the chart like analysis itself, but more that those CME gaps are very notorious to be filled. And we haven't seen one of those CME gaps in a long time because generally the market was relatively calm over the weekend. But there was quite a lot of action there. So I do foresee that we may actually see go below 40,000 in this kind of correction, and then we may keep going. Now, whether you want to time this or whether you just say I'm dollar cost averaging, this is totally up to you, and everyone has a bit of their preferences there. I always just try to make decisions where I remove the emotions. Maybe a bit of a sneak peek. One thing that you're going to see as an elite by this week is going to be our new alpha desk. We're going to be launching some really cool alpha ideas in there, very exclusive. Some are going to be very small kind of bundles where only a few people can get in. Some are going to be a bit larger. And obviously, we're going to look into expanding this offering for our regular customers as well. So, Christmas is just around the corner, 2 weeks. So, maybe next week you're going to see some beautiful surprises there. Always building, always growing, so always stay tuned. And if you don't want to miss anything here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, leave us a thumbs up, a nice comment down below, and then I'll see you next time. Yours truly, Julian, and bye-bye.